Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, mic check, mic check, 1 2.
Davis. And starting in goal for the Dragons is number 42, Louis Colora. The Dragons are coached by Eric Faust. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starters for the number 1 seed, Harford Fighting Owls. Number 4, Daniel Goodwin. Number 5, George Schoenfeld. Number 11, Colin Inman. Number 22, Sam Welsh. Number 23, Palmer Austin. Number 25, Evan Foster. Number 31, Evan Beeman. Number 35, Trent Moradian. Number 36, Jaden McKenzie. And starting in goal for the Fighting Owls is number 44, Bodie Tedder. Fighting Owls are coached by Aaron Gerard.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth, ready to give you all the action as it is now underway. Championship Sunday here in this Region 20 tournament is now underway. Top-seeded Harford Fighting Owls doing battle with the number 2 seed Dragons of Howard Community College. Tournament being hosted by CCVC Essex this year. Fans for both teams still finding their seats here on this windy Sunday afternoon. Dragons with the first possession. They're in the red jerseys. Quick pass in front couldn't be completed. On the second effort, though, the Dragons get goal number 1. Will Pesci. Sophomore attack from Durwood, Maryland. A hot start for the Dragons, looking to pull off the upset. A ticket will be punched to the NJCAA tournament here today. Doesn't mean hopes are dashed on the other side by any means, as really this one could be a table setter, so to speak. These two teams could easily match up in the big tournament. That's all speculation, though, as most importantly, these two teams are looking to get the sure thing. Grab that automatic bid, and oh my, Dragons, 2 quick goals. Just over a minute into the game. Blink and you missed it. The Dragons on top. Love and life. It's 10-1. Dragons third in goals scored, 209 on the regular season. Fighting Owls right in front of them, second with 228. And a whistle will go against the Fighting Owls. Dragons holding on to possession and looking to continue this hot start. Oh my, now I'm seeing the laundry. So it will be a man-up opportunity, not even 3 minutes into the game. The Dragons, real great opportunity for them to continue their run. 30 seconds on the man-up. Penalty for Harford goes against Palmer Austin, or excuse me, Sam Welsh, number 22. Dragons, good ball movement, staying patient. 5 seconds left on the man up. They put it on the turf, but only for a moment. And there again. Now the two teams at even strength. And Teeter makes the save there as the Dragons got a good look as the Fighting Owls were trying to set up defensively as the game got back to even strength. And those are the moments where somebody can find a quick shooting lane. And that's exactly what the Dragons did, now putting on a good ride. Fighting Owls got the clear, but only for a moment. George Schoenfeld spinning across the line, and the whistle will keep it on this side, at least for a moment. And over and back. Back-to-back turnovers here by Harford. This one, my number 21, Hugo Peel. And Howard with another opportunity to continue their run. 2 unanswered goals as we are at the 12-minute and 20-second mark of the first quarter. Dragons working from behind the cage, putting it on the ground. Fighting Owls with the GB quickly into the offensive zone with speed. Now slowing down as they get the offensive unit on the field. Harford number 40, Benjamin Mace, securing possession for his team. Now can the offense do a little something with it? In an early hole here. Harford starts the run. Peel pushed back just a bit and has to pass out now. Some quick movement, and that's intercepted by the Howard goalie, Louis Corolla. Intercepting the crossfield pass. The Dragons getting a quick clear. Restarting things in their offensive zone, still looking for that third straight goal to start the game. And their crossfield pass doesn't work out, but someone gets it. Second effort. Maybe sent away, maybe a little wide. No reset on the shot clock, so it was a little wide. Dragons winning the race to the line. Possession stays here. From behind the cage, stopping, starting. Once again. And there it is, 3 straight goals from 3 different players for Howard. This one, Bobby Pupich, freshman midfielder from Huntley, Illinois. And an early timeout for Harford as they want to talk about this slow start on their side. Howard on the other side talking about how they can continue this hot run when we come back. 3 straight goals for the Dragons to start things on this championship Sunday. 10:50 left in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. there. Beautiful defense. Flag. Shot. Harford's on the board. Trent Meridian on the other end of that quick transition. That probably pick up the flag. That so that would come sigh of relief. Fighting Owls face. Drag off hot start. Not only starts at maybe long ride. No more Harford side. That did not cancel out the flag. Harford does go on the well. Power. Nico. Left though. And smothering defense. Harford trying to appeal, say that was a shot. Referee not buying it. Really solid. And was that last player sliding over bad pass. Hats off to him. Offense on the other side. One pass. Maybe one more. Harford gets the slide down, and indeed there is one more pass. Shot comes on that one. 4-1 now. Flag thrown just before that shot. That strength. Offense. That first slide. Just in time. Harford second. Never arrived. Ball. Solid out. Like on that first pass. Shot on. First time around. Out. Our game to start. Have an unforced error. Right. Sideline touch. Harford's turn. Shoot a toe off. Takes it right back. Hot start. Drag in first quarter. Now. Start. Pass. Oh, there it is. Got the hands free at the last moment. Teeter goes down and makes the save on the far post. I chase the ball down, have a fresh shot clock to work with. Another run, another shot. This wide. Stubbs getting the hands that time for Howard. defense right now for the Dragons. Harford on top of the possession, trying to stay patient. Out now. Now run. Pass it out. Around. Still tremendous defense. Dragons everywhere all at once. Now it's on the turf. Fighting Owls cannot save it. Turnover once again forced by the Dragons defense. Trying to continue their run. They put it on the turf though. First one to do it. Stays on the side. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Offense. Stopping, starting from behind the cage. One pass, one shot, wide or high, maybe both. One done possession. That time for the Dragons as the Fighting Owls in the race to the line. Looking clear. Walks it up. Stand up. Ace mounds zone. Right now, trying to find somebody. Find the back of the net. And up to come by. Starts the game. Have fine. Good goal scoring opportunity. Been on their heels most start of this game. Howard their offense first 10. Shot. Second time, got the shot off. That is a save from Parola. Ball make the save or make the shot. Swim and get another shot. Being rejected on that one as well. That one coming off the stick. Hugo Peel. Swim move. Defender could not beat the goalie. Parola makes another solid save. Under 5 to play. First. 50 on the possession. Harford back to work. Howard up the bootstrap. Right there on the hip side. Peel has to pass away and it's intercepted. Dragons defense to offense with some urgency. Into the O-zone with speed. Teeter makes the save on the short side. Howard teammate Joseph Wolf with the interception there. Now whistle on the far sideline. Ref from the other side of the field says going the other way. He must have saw something. Of course, I was focused on where the ball was. I don't know exactly what it was. I know for sure it's Harford. Out the Lucky Stars, another possession. So last contest. Time without a goal now. Stuck on 4-1. Tremendous saves. No drag. Oh, great recovery defensively. Howard again. Deflection. Interception. Cody McNeil thought he had an opening on the toe drag. He beat one defender, but that slide, perfect. Howard stepping up, stop defense. Now Harford leading one of their own on the other side, and they got it. Good, strong ride put on. Using the far sideline as an extra defender, pushing him in that direction. Forcing the bad pass and the turnover. Fight. to the line. Full extension on the dive. Howard does answer another challenge. Lacrosse, freshman defender from Woodbine, Maryland. Effort getting mighty far in life. Had the effort on display there. Over Howard. Further back. Right now. Drag right there on the table. Now touch turf. Harford has a double team. Howard in a full hand. Steady Harford. Playing on top of the possession. Now timeout. 29 on the shot clock. Play. Talking strategy to close out the first, both sides, and the Dragons, their strategy executed to perfection. A fifth goal in the first quarter. This one coming off the stick of Lucas Rosen. The freshman attack from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. A 5-1 score here in the final minute and change of the first quarter. The Dragons off to a tremendous start here on Championship Sunday, trying to punch their ticket to the NJCAA tournament. Howard had it for a moment, but only a moment as Harford forces the turnover. And now they grab the zone and look to hold for the final shot as the shot clock and game clock separated by about 15 seconds. Harford gets their offensive unit on the field. And they're trying to show off the patience. Stretch the defense out just a bit. Create a driving lane or a shooting lane for somebody. Just grab one here in the final seconds. That's what they're telling themselves. Problem is, Dragons, I'm sure they're smiling. They're ready for another challenge defensively. As Howard Dragons team looks like they came to knock off the champs. Harford came into this one. Oh my, it's on the turf. Nice move from the defender from behind. Howard, number 19, JT Ferguson, freshman from Eldersburg, Maryland, putting the ball on the turf. And there will be no buzzer beater for the Fighting Owls, as Howard will take a 5-1 lead into the second. What will the score be when we hit halftime? Stick around with us and find out, as Championship Sunday off to a great start, but far from the finish. Howard quick to come back onto the field, as they are excited for the action to resume. Harford taking every minute to talk strategy, as they are faced with maybe their toughest challenge of the season early in this game. Both teams already been through so many challenges all season long, as the road to the region tournament never easy. The road to the finals always tough. Every story worth telling has its challenges, though. Harford with a strong ride initially, but Howard found just enough space in the middle to break through and grab the zone. And now they're looking for space to get the shot off or the pass off, as the LSM still had it, and he finally lost it, as I believe that's McKenzie. It is Jaden McKenzie forcing the turnover for Harford. Now Harford grabs the offensive zone. Schoenfeld with the pass, and oh, what a save from Corolla. Point blank, as Welsh was walking the tightrope right in front of the crease, got the shot off and could not get the goal, and we see a beautiful hit right in front of us at the midfield. Nobody giving an inch here. Harford got the loose ball, so they're right back at it, looking to take that first step on the comeback trail. Harford starting the run from the far sideline, has the advantage with the shorty there for a moment, gave it up. Now has it again on the near sideline, in towards the middle. Corolla makes the save, but we got Laundry out there and somebody a little worse for wear for Harford. Harford number 35, Trent Meridian, slow to get up. Man up opportunity for Harford, it looks like. And indeed it is, 30 seconds. Howard number 50, Wade Davis, sophomore from Catonsville, Maryland, putting Harford on the man up. Quick passes around the O-zone, trying to stretch the defense out just a little bit. Now walking it in, Falkenstein grabs the top corner for goal number 1. of quarter number 2. Man-up goal scored by the Fighting Owls gets this game back to a 3-goal game, 5-2. 2 minutes into quarter number 2. The two teams now back at even strength. Three-goal run to start things in the first quarter for Howard. Harford looking to start the second with a run of their own, maybe. Getting the win at the logo. Turning on the Jets into the zone with speed. Schoenfeld gives it right back to him. Shot. Not sure if the goalie got that or not, or if it was just high. Regardless, Fighting Owls winning the race to the line. Possession stays on this side. Howard living in their defensive zone in the early minutes of the second. As Harford coming out with some new energy here in quarter number 2. Spinning in towards the double team. Now around the double team. Pass from behind the cage. One more pass was one too many. Touches the turf. Harford gets it back, but they're pushed back just a bit, and they'll have to restart offensively. They had something going there as there was space in the middle, but couldn't take advantage of it. Harford making the run on the shorty. Pass a little too high for the shot. Once again, they'll have to restart. 20 on the shot clock. Over the shoulder after the double. Didn't hit its first target. And low on the bounce shot past the hip. Howard with a tremendous defensive stand until it wasn't. Will Goodwin grabbing goal number 2 in quarter number 2. Number 3 on the day for Harford as they are now down just by 2. 5-3. As Harford does start the second quarter with a little bit of a run here, trying to make it a little bit of a longer run. As we now have what feels like a crucial battle at center X. Howard on their heels for the first time today, watching Harford grab some momentum. And that one snatched away after Howard grabbed the face-off win. McKenzie tripped up as that one will draw the whistle. Initial turnover forced by Benjamin Mace. As Harford coming awfully close to making it 3 in a row to start the second as they got quickly into their offensive zone and even quicker into a shooting spot. Couldn't hit on the first effort, and second effort more of the same as Corolla makes the save. Howard having to earn that clearance as Harford put a good ride on there. Dragons able to find the soft spot just in the nick of time. It's almost 5 minutes into the second quarter exactly, and it is all Harford right now, but all that matters is the score on the big board, and that still says Howard in front, 5-3. As the Dragons look to grab their first goal with a second. Coming awfully close there, but Teeter finds it as he goes to the knees to make the save. Everybody eating a couple of checks out there as the ball ends up on the turf. Dragons grab it, but give it right back to the Fighting Owls. Or not. As the Dragons beating the Fighting Owls to that loose ball. But now it's pinballing around between the two teams. Possession finally earned there by Howard as they're back in the offensive zone. Getting their offensive unit on the field that they want. Now under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Dragons still searching for their first goal of the second quarter. Finding space in the middle. Couldn't get the hands free, though, as that space quickly evaporated. Dragons keeping a cool head, though, passing out of it. And then passing into the stick of a Harford defender, as that is a turnover. Somebody got a piece of it, and that was enough. Somebody got a piece of that as well. Dragons forcing the turnover right back. Teeter making the save low. Second effort. It's coming. Dragons first to the rebound, and Laundry is on the field now, as this could be a free possession. Teeter has made a couple of tremendous saves here in the second quarter, keeping his team right in this game. The Dragons have come awfully close to getting this game back to a 3-goal game. Shot. There it is. Back to a 3-goal game. Long pass was a little high. Had to climb to the tippy top of the ladder to make the catch. But once he got back down, he had the gun loaded up and firing towards the goal. 6-3. Dragons back in front by 3. And it was a free possession as the flag picked up now. I believe that was Lucas Rosen who got the hands free for Howard. And may have another look here as Howard wins the battle at the logo. Pass in towards the middle, putting the brakes on for a moment. Oh, it touches the turf. LSM couldn't get the catch. Dragons win the race to the loose ball. Possession stays on this side. What can Howard do with it? 45 on the shot clock, so plenty of time as they show off the patience here. Here comes the double team. Passing out. Somebody's open. Got to have the ball to find him, though, as that one touched the turf for a moment. Harford, the beginnings of a nice defensive stand. And, oh my, walking the tightrope on the crease there, but couldn't hit. Dragons dodging into the middle. Teeter makes the save on the far side. That was a beautiful dodge to create the space in a great goal-scoring area. Fighting Owls goalie rising to the challenge. Now the offense going to work. (6-3) is our score right now. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first half. Harford, their turn to show off the patience here as they are quickly moving the ball around amongst themselves, waiting for something to open up. Trying to start a run from the far sideline as they felt there was an advantage there with the D-midi, but there was no advantage to be had. Oh, going swimming, passing out of the double team, bounce shot off the post. Wow, what a moment. Oh, Dragons grabbing the loose ball. Big hit in front of us. Draws the flag, though. What a lacrosse game. My goodness, the Dragons. What a sequence. Making snow angels in the turf afterwards. That's one for the highlight reels on both sides. A great stop on defense, a beautiful transition, and the goal on the other end. The piece de la resistance. 7-3 now as the referee picks up that flag as well. Another free possession, so to speak, for the Dragons, as Howard has matched Harford's 2-goal run with a 2-goal run of their own. What a tremendous game underway here. We still got a long ways to go before we hit the halftime whistle. Even longer before we hit the final whistle. Oh, what a juke. Turns it over, though. Harford passing out of the double team as George Schoenfeld has it. Harford will look to steady the beating hearts. They had some momentum for themselves, but that momentum has stalled, and it's been taken away. What a tremendous play defensively on the far sideline. Number 1, Kobe Brown in his socks. Howard, one pass, one dodge, one shot, one save from Teeter. My goodness. Trying to beat him on the far side. Teeter says nay, nay. Harford, little trickery. Now slowing down. That was a beautiful pass on the near sideline right in front of us as he was running out of real estate. Just shuffled it over to his buddy. Clear, successful for Harford, and possession earned that time around. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half, and this game has taken another turn. And once again, it is in the direction of the Dragons of Howard Community College, trying to pull off the upset in this 2-1 matchup on Championship Sunday. Top-seeded Fighting Owls on the ropes early in this one. Oh my, that one touches the turf. It's pushed off of it. Great move there from the D-Midi, but couldn't get the loose ball. Peel shows off the hands to try and fight through the double team. He was almost there, but almost. Doesn't count for much here today. Howard finding the soft spot on the ride. Possession earned by them. Oh, it's on the turf. And Howard gets it first. Now the action will slow down here for a moment as the two teams make some changes. Offensive unit on the field now for the Dragons. Defensive for the Fighting Owls as Harford in need of goals, but more desperately in need of stops. Who's going to make the adjustments necessary to get this win in the second half, as Harford is down, but certainly not out, as there is a lot of time left in this one. Goal here in the final 3 minutes. Grab one more if possible for Harford, but I'm sure more importantly, keep it where it is. As Teeter made the save on that shot, and he took that first step in doing exactly that, keeping the game where it is. Now he's hoping his boys in front of him can grab him at least one here in the final minutes of the first half. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to be exact. 50 on the shot clock, so Harford, plenty of time. And that pass deflected. Fighting Owls first to it and grabbing that one goal. Will Goodwin on the right side of the loose ball there, as a Howard player did get a stick on that pass. Will Goodwin first to the deflection, and he puts it where it belongs, at least from his perspective. Into the back of the net. Will Goodwin taking that first step on the comeback trail for the Fighting Owls. It's back to a 3-goal game, 7-4. And a violation at the logo. Fighting Owls given an opportunity now to take a second comeback, or excuse me, a second step on the comeback trail. They scored 2 in a row to start the second quarter, now looking to score 2 in a row to end the second quarter. As both teams loving goals in bunches here today. Meridian getting the shot off. A race to the line, and the Dragons winning it. maybe held up just a bit. And that one's on the turf. It's on the turf again as Harford thought they had it. Dragons secured it for sure, though. And now a timeout taken on the field as the Dragons can't hold for the final shot, but they do want to make sure they make the very best out of this possession. 66 left on this possession when we come back. 1:44 left in the first half. The Dragons are up 7-4 on this championship Sunday. And the action has resumed here at the Castle. Dragons with possession, 60 seconds left on the shot clock as the action resumes. 90 seconds left now on the game clock in this first half. Howard trying to pass one off in front of the crease. No one there to grab it. Now we've got bodies banging for the loose ball. Harford grabs it. And now laundry on the field as Harford grabs the O-zone. Across the field with the pass. Schoenfeld trying to grab Welsh. Instead, we're going to hear all about the flag. 70 seconds now left in the first half, and Harford can hold for the final shot. Shot clock will reset, and now shot clock and game clock separated by 10 seconds. Harford goes on the advantage for a minute. Grabbed the man-up goal earlier in the second quarter, looking to grab another here. And there it is, Hugo Peel getting the hands free and firing one that bounces just past the goalie. Back to a 2-goal game, 7-5. This is now 3 straight goals for the top-seeded Harford Fighting Owls. And once again, we've got a battle at the logo that feels crucial here. Harford grabbing some late momentum in the first half, looking to build on it. A chance to do exactly that as they almost had the win at Center X. And oh, big hit on the far sideline, but it draws the whistle. Bodies continuing to bang here in this game as no one wants to give an inch. As not only will a Region 20 champion be crowned, but an automatic ticket to the NJCAA tournament will be punched here today. As every team when the season started had the big trophy in mind, but coaches love to tell you, They're not interested in skipping steps. We're going to finish the challenge in front of these two teams. Both teams rising to the challenge, but right now the Dragons getting the best of the Fighting Owls, and it looks like they may be taking at least a 2-goal lead into halftime, maybe more, as they came awfully close to getting goal number 8 there. Teeter sends it away. And one more. There will be no one more. Trying to find someone walking the tightrope on the crease, and there was no one there. It is 7-5 through the first 30 minutes of this Championship Sunday matchup. The Dragons rising to the challenge, trying to knock off the champs. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and we will be back with the two teams to finish things off. We're going to find a winner here on Championship Sunday. Who's it going to be? My goodness, what a start here. Blink and you missed it. 8 seconds into the second half. Howard grabs another one. Their day so far here today on this Championship Sunday live cast. Yes, back broadcast all back. Round automatic ticket. That championship. Hopes aren't dashed on the other side. Still get table better, so to speak. Well, find themselves matching up big short. Had that back up. Up against the ropes very quickly, and we see a nice save there. Cholera, Dragons goalie making a nice move, and Harford thought they had a nice move on the ride. Turnover, right behind him. Says nay. Now they're on receiving end of nay. Both sides. Second. Seconds. Now it's on the turf. Got a good old-fashioned scrum. Nice move. Around. That'll get deep holding on. Pressure. Successful clear for Howard. Oh, a lot of space. They don't stop the ball, and Teeter makes the save from his knees. My goodness. Dragons taking advantage of the real estate. Accidental whistle from the referee. Got what line was playing on for a moment. They are finding a soft spot on the ride. Now they have a quick clear. And now it's Cholera answering Teeter's save with one of his own. That stays here with Harford. They chase down the ball. And state on both sides. Going low. Make it safe from Cholera. Close the leg. Get the on the chin. Make it safe. Pass. Dodging into space, and Harford gets that goal right back. Will Goodwin with the goal, but my dad, growing up, say the pass is prettier than the shot, and on that one, Pops, we're definitely right. Not see had the cross-field pass from the Fighting Owls. Got a couple of different sticks. But he'll drop back net. Back game 8-6. And there is a violation. That goes against the Dragons at the logo. Go Field. Dodging around one. Forcing his way through a second. Third was too much. He passes out. left on the possession, though. So Harford still searching, remaining patient. Stop starting from behind the cage. Feld has to give it up. Has the advantage. 40 now, just over 10. Oh, Cohen swimming. Now spinning around another. Could not make the goal, though. Cholera gets the save. Beautiful individual offense there from Cade Fordingley. Great team defense from the Dragons. Now getting the clear. One pass, one shot. Another goal for the Dragons. Back to a 3-goal game. Those transition plays for Howard have been dead. How many times have you seen them grab the zone with speed, find the opening, take full advantage? Why they find themselves up, have been up since the opening whistle. Howard led the entire way so far. Turf here as no one grabbed it after the whistle, and we got a hit on the far sideline. Body banging in the second half. It's on the turf again, and this time secured by Harford. Body banging and ball pinballing. Two teams. No one wants to give it in. Center right now. Playing the whole pot today. Around. Falkenstein dodging space, has to give it up to Schoenfeld. Got quick passes, fighting out. And Jordan going at him. Dodging towards the middle, draws the double. Dishes it off to Falkenstein, but he couldn't get the catch down. Howard forces the ball on the turf, and Harford gets it right back. That did change their efficiency for a moment, so it started the shot clock. Shot sent away by Cholera. Howard Golden makes another strong save. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Oh, nice dodge. Creating space in the middle. One pass. One more. And that one more was too many. Harford grabbing the zone with speed. Now slowing down just for a moment. Turn the Jets on once again. Field fake shot. Tries to challenge defensive position. Harford possession slowing them down. Nothing coming easy. Offensive fighting out today. Field getting the hands free and finding the big spoon of Cholera. Dragons defense rising up the challenge once again. Now look to put some more distance themselves and the Fighting Owls. Oh my, he lost his stick on the check. Gotta keep a stronger hand on your sword. Our regrouping here for a moment. Howard searching space. On possession. Got plenty of time. Stop. Dragons getting the hands free. Ripping one, and Teeter takes it away. Dragons trying to find a top shelf cookie. Teeter could be beaten over the shoulder. Goals. Grading tremendous saves here in the third. That pass touching the turf. Who wants it? The race for the ball. And Harford trying to keep it in, and a half step from doing exactly that. A turnover at the end what might still be as Howard back on the attack. Find him clear. Face change. Field them. Far sideline. Across the field. Pass. Dodge middle, but now back towards the near sideline. Good defense from Harford, but they fell asleep there for a minute, and that minute was all Howard needed to grab a 4-goal lead. Cutting towards the goal with a purpose, and Howard Dragons keeping their heads up offensively, passing up a good shot for an even better shot. Find themselves back up 4, 10-6. Our score on the big board now. 6 minutes, 25 seconds left in the third. Championship Sunday drawing close to the end. Lead gets bigger here for Howard. Start to ask the question. Their day. By Harford there as had a little bit of a yard sale situation. Howard player lost the stick and the ball. Stop beating once again. Push further back. Now come back. Take a step forward. Hit, push back. Make up enough ground. Out, up, side, 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 side. Dragons. Don't take play. Harford. Staying fight. Staying level-headed. Rise up, challenge, run. Show everybody. I think our king of the hill, so to speak, still, as of right now. Champ, but knocks him off. And oh my, what a save! Point blank kill or be killed. And Cholera lives to see another day. What a save on the short side. Howard rising to the challenge defensively once again. Now defense to offense with some urgency. Shot off the post. My goodness. The friendly neighborhood post swinging in like Spider-Man to make the save that time. No matter how you get them, as long as you get them, Harford got to stop there. Won't get it there, though. 5-goal lead for the Dragons of Howard Community College. And the body language on the two sidelines says it all. Howard is bouncing. Harford is reeling. Are the moments about. Moments. Call yourself a champion. There will be some calling themselves a champion at the end of this one. Right now, like Drag Howard College. As Harford gets that goal right back. Down, but not out. And quickly answering, bringing a stop. Dragons run back to a 4-goal game. Like this. Games like this are why you spend all those extra hours waiting. Why you spend all those extra hours playing catch with the ball. Why you shot all those extra balls after practice. About to have a dream realized here today, and it's going to have a dream turn into a nightmare. Bad reality. getting the shot off, but sent away by the hot goalie. Louis Cholera, sophomore goalie from Columbia, Maryland, by way of Wild Lake High School, having himself a day. Make a strong case to be the man of the match. Things continue the way they're going right now for the Dragons. That was the head scratcher of a turnover. Harford back on the attack. Pass on the other side. Schoenfield loses his footing. Takes a couple of hacks and that stays here. Howard thought they were ready to take over and right. Gave a different answer. Play is third, 11-7. Our score right now on the big Harford. On the attack, though. It'll close. Oh, right in front. But it does not find its target. It goes onto the other sideline. It's a turnover forced by the Dragons. Howard dumps one off. The LSM on the near sideline. That's again hurt by the Dragons. Strong for them today. Again. Stopping, starting from behind the cage. 45 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Out. Another goal. Now, need of another stop. Winning time. Right around the quarter. Here before you know it. Final minute of the third is here. Harford gets the stop. And I believe Teeter went down to knees to make a save. Maybe deflected. Oh, that's almost intercepted. Instead, Harford finding space. Only for a moment. Howard got the slide. Defensive. Just nick of time. Falkenstein gets the hands free and rips one. Wide of the net. Harford hold for potential final shot. Shot clock, game clock separated by about 10 seconds. Dodge, far sideline, crawl double, quick pass it around. Again, great team defense for the Dragons. Everywhere, all at once, defensive. Not there for Falkenstein, but an all-out effort block, and I think Dragons defender may have gotten a piece of that. James Wass. Superman block. Cholera is a wall in between the pipes. Another save for 4-2. Get big speed down low. Stop the worm burner. Oh, yard sale. Turnover. Goals open. He stopped it. Oh, when it's your day, it's your day. What a save. Defense to offense in the nick of time as the Dragons searching for a buzzer beater. And they won't find it as Teeter makes a tremendous save on the other end. Harford in need of a fourth quarter comeback as they are down 4 goals. Championship Sunday. New kid in town. Got something to say. There was, excuse me, there was once a great philosopher who said, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. The moment is in front of these two teams. The top-seeded Harford Fighting Owls looking to punch a return ticket, excuse me, to the NJCAA tournament, as the defending champions still see themselves as the king of the hills, at least for right now. But the second-seeded Howard Dragons are looking to show that the new kids in town mean business, and this is the year of the newcomer. The table is set, the moment has arrived, and this one will last forever. Winning time is here. The fourth quarter has started, and the Dragons holding on to a lead right now. But the champs are the champs for a reason. Or I should say, the defending champs are the champs for a reason. Can they show us why? We got an epic fourth quarter in front of us, and you guys got the best seat in the house, as it's a chilly Sunday here at the castle. So you guys, warm and cozy inside, and enjoying all the action that this game has to offer. And what a game it's been. We've seen great offense, we've seen great defense, we've seen spectacular goal play. And we've seen lots of big effort plays like that, as 2-9 Shane Dubois going all out on the dive once again to win the race to the end line. Ride put on by Harford. Nice dodge, though, by the defender, creating some space, and Howard pushed back, turning it over. Falkenstein got it for a moment, but lost it. Good old-fashioned scrum for the ball. Who wants it? Teeters out of his net, trying to save it, and he cannot do that. Possession stays on this side with Howard, and a timeout is taken on the field. We're going to take one, too, with the two teams. 11-7 is still our score, as we're almost 2 minutes into the fourth. Howard will have possession when we come back. And the action is back underway. Dragons with possession and sitting pretty on the big board. 13 minutes left in this game, and Howard is up 4. 11-7 on this championship Sunday. A Region 20 champion will be crowned, and an automatic bid to the NJCAA tournament will be handed to the winner here today. Once again, it does not dash the hopes of the loser, as they will probably get an invite as well, but no guarantee. Action on the field is back on the side of the Fighting Owls. Harford getting the hands free, ripping one, but just a little high. Harford winning the race to the line. Possession stays with them, and now Laundry on the field. Hugo Peel gets the hands free, and he's wide. Peel rising up on one foot, getting a little leverage. Or I should say a little extra leverage on that shot. Couldn't put it on cage. The old Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I had a coach growing up who had a little twist on that. He said you miss 100% of the shots you don't put on cage. Fighting Owls on the advantage here for the next minute. Falkenstein splitting the wickets as Harford takes a crucial first step on the comeback trail in the fourth quarter. A man-up goal for Ryan Falkenstein. Harford has 12 minutes to find at least 3 more, and more importantly, keep the game right where it is as the moment gets a little bit bigger for these two teams. Every battle at the logo massive from here on out. Dragons getting the win after they get to the loose ball. Into the zone with speed, trying to get that goal right back. LSM has it, gets the shot off, and he bounces one wide. And the Dragons already had someone waiting behind the net. An easy win on that race to the line. Reset on this possession. Dragons under 60 on the shot clock. Oh my, space on the near side, and he beats him over the shoulder, getting that goal right back. 2-2 for the Dragons with a beauty of a goal. Lucas Rosen fired up after that one as he caught the Fighting Owls defense napping just a little bit, fell asleep on that near side, and then he picked the corner beautifully. Lucas Rosen with a nice individual effort there offensively for the Dragons as these two teams trading goals to start the fourth. And that wasn't the idea that the Fighting Owls had when we started things off, as they're trying to make the comeback here in the fourth. The Dragons trying to knock off the champs. Schoenfeld dodges in towards the middle. No space to be had for Schoenfeld, so the the Fighting Owls having to pass out. Peel. Oh my, great dodge, better save as Cholera makes the save with his ankle. Hugo Peel split dodging into space, ripping a laser but being sent away. Harford keeping the foot on the gas pedal right now as possession still on their side. Some quick passes, waiting for something to open up. Peel dodges towards the middle, this time draws the double team, has to pass out. What an effort defensively, but too much of a hold, says the Zebra Stripes. They'll need a little bit more of an effort defensively, as not only does possession stay here, that draws a fresh shot clock as well. Schoenfeld on the crease behind the cage, waiting for something to open up. Nothing there initially. Now Laundry on the field. Schoenfeld comes around from behind the cage, drops one on the far sideline, or on the far post, excuse me. That was intercepted. Last goal Harford grabbed moments ago was on the man up, so they'll go back on the man up here. 30-second advantage. advantage underway for the Fighting Owls. Peel drops one off on the near side. Falkenstein on the receiving end of the extra pass. And once again, we watch the Owls, the Fighting Owls, that is, take that first step on the comeback trail. Little triangle offense there from the Fighting Owls as it started on the near sideline, dropping it onto the short side post, and then one more pass to Falkenstein as the Fighting Owls passing up good shots for better shots there, as we've seen both teams do that a few times today. Now a big win at the logo gives Harford a chance to make it a run now. 12-9 with under 10 minutes to play. Time not a friend here to this Harford team, but not an enemy just yet either. Their backs up against the wall. Their comeback hopes still very much alive. Hugo Peel has it on his stick around the pick play. Now spinning into the double. Couple more quick passes here from Harford, but no space to get a shot off. Good team defense here from Howard. Again, Peel draws the double team. This time he splits it. Drops it off to Schoenfield on the far side. He draws it and loses it. And where is the whistle going? It is going against Harford. Howard takes over after the whistle, as that second double team was one too many. Turnover by the Fighting Owls. Dragons back in their offensive zone. Pretty much all game long, Harford has watched themselves get a goal and then Howard get one right back. They got to reverse that trend if they want to see the other end of the comeback here. Howard finding space, and that one wide, and the referee says Teeter won the race to the line. And that was a great shot. A lot of space on that far sideline. What could have been, what might still be. Harford, quick passes, that last one deflected. Quickly into the offensive zone, space near the goal, but they needed just one more pass. And the Dragons made sure they didn't find it. Under 8 minutes to play. Harford down 3. But back on the attack. Looking to take another step on the comeback trail. Howard has led the entire game here today, but Harford has been close in the rearview mirror all the way through. Harford slowing it down here, trying to show off the patience. Has the advantage with the shorty. Good team defense here initially for the Dragons. 30 on the shot clock. Fighting Owls have time, but not a lot of it. Trying to toe drag past the defender. Defense right there on the hip side. Now from behind the cage. Got the hands free, and Cholera made the save. Will Goodwin has a couple of goals to his name already. Couldn't grab one more there as the Dragons get the stop defensively. Now looking for the clear, though. It's a good, strong ride put on by the Fighting Owls. Dragons just get it over in time, and they walk the tightrope on that far sideline. Possession earned that time for the Dragons. Gave up a goal a few minutes ago to the Fighting Owls, trying to get that goal right back. Just over 6 minutes left in the game. Time starting to run out. 6 minutes from the final whistle. Fighting Owls have 6 minutes to find at least 3 more goals. And most importantly, or I should say just as important, they need to find at least 3 more stops defensively. And there's one of them. Getting the ball onto the other side, but not with possession as the Fighting Owls turn it over, but they get a deflection at the midfield. The ball pinballing between the two teams. Harford back on the attack. Working his way behind the cage. Accordingly gives it up. Final 5 minutes. It's here. And it's going to be a good one. Meridian got the hands free. That was deflected. Dragons, first ones to the loose ball. Can they get the clear? Oh, not initially as it touches the turf, but only for a moment. But the second time, Harford's able to scoop it up. And running out of real estate on the far sideline, though. Dragons using the sideline as an extra defender beautifully there. Under 5 to play now in the fourth. Dragons earning the zone. Offensive possession established. Harford in need of another stop, as now time is definitely not a friend of theirs. And timeout taken by Howard. We're going to take one too, as everybody has moved to the edge of their seats. Everybody on the sideline is going to talk about how they can steady the beating hearts and execute to finish things. Dragons trying to finish off and grab the win. Harford trying to finish off this comeback and at least force overtime. Who's going to blink here in the final 4 minutes and change? Snap back to life. Snap back to reality. And reality, oh, so sweet for the Dragons. 4 minutes away from pulling off the upset of the top-seeded Harford Fighting Owls. Being crowned Region 20 Division champs and getting an automatic ticket to the NJCAA tournament. And Teeter goes down to the knees to make the save. Flip side to that coin is Dragons 4 minutes away from getting the victory. Harford 4 minutes away from either being handed the loss or finding an epic fourth quarter comeback in their back pocket. Plays like that, though, on the far sideline that we just saw certainly will not help. Harford shooting a toe off, an unforced error, turning it over in the D zone. Howard putting it on the turf. They turn it over themselves. Oh, so you're saying there's a chance. There's a chance. There's certainly a chance. But oh no, another turnover in the D zone. Back-to-back unsuccessful clears for Harford as Howard flexing the muscles once again. This has really just been a perfect day for the Dragons of Howard Community College. They have executed to perfection from the opening whistle, led all the way through, and now they're 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from being crowned Region 20 champs. A third straight unsuccessful clear. Oh my goodness. Howard's ride too strong right now, and it's their day today. That may be the dagger. Teeter went down to the knees to make the save, but it was over his ear. Dragons back up 4, 13-9 with 2 minutes and 21 left in this fourth quarter. Wow, what a game. As we continue to watch the Dragons execute to perfection. The boys on the sideline for Howard, they can feel it. It's so close they can practically taste it. And a whistle. Which way is he going to point? It'll be crucial. He's pointing in the direction of the Howard Dragons. Possession going the other way. And that goal we saw seconds ago from the Dragons feeling more and more like the dagger that seals the deal. And if that wasn't, that would have been, but just wide. And Harford wins the race to the line. Do the defending champs have a miracle comeback in their back pocket? Quick passes up through the midfield, spin move, trying to grab one, unable to get the hands free as the Howard slide defensively perfect. Hugo Peel has it, gives it up, quick passes, deflected, and Howard takes over. Final seconds ticking away here as it's just over a minute left to play now. Dragons earning the zone, playing keep away. As Harford chasing the ball like their hair's on fire. And the Dragons take the timeout. Their sideline, their fans coming alive. 57 seconds away from being crowned Region 20 champs. And the action has resumed on the field. Shot clock and game clock synced up exactly as the Dragons can hold for the final 40. Putting it on the turf there as the Fighting Owls doing everything they can to try and get possession back. Try and find a miracle. Oh my! What a play! And he misses the open net. He had the Michael Vick play down as he got the two defenders to collide on the spinneroonie. If style points counted for anything, he'd have a game breaker on that one. But of course, you can afford to miss a few when you're up 4 in the final 15 seconds. And as the clock inches closer and closer to 000, I want to take this time to thank you guys for joining us not only on this championship Sunday, but all season long and all tournament long. It's been so much fun calling the action here in this Region 20 tournament. It's been so much fun calling the action all season long, as it has been a great lacrosse season, and it's not over yet. 6 seconds left in this game as the Dragons grab one more and seal the deal for sure. They will be crowned Region 20 champs. Congratulations to them. They will have an automatic bid to the NJCAA tournament. But as I said a few times here, hopes not dashed for the losers here in this game. They will probably get a bid as well, but they'll have to wait for the call from the committee as the celebration is underway. The Dragons are Region 20 champs this year. The Fighting Owls dethroned in the region. Will they be dethroned in the national tournament? If you are interested in watching the action unfold, the national tournament will start this year next month on the 9th and 10th of May. Harford lucky enough to be hosting the tournament this year, so they'll be looking for revenge if they match up with Howard in the NJCAA tournament. But we're all done for lacrosse action this year at the Castle. The Region 20 tournament has come to an end once again. The Howard Dragons, Region 20 champs this year. Congrats to them, and please follow the action for all the teams as the NJCAA tournament weeks away from starting. Aaron Thomas for the final time saying thank you for joining us here at the Castle, and thank you for joining us all season long. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and good afternoon, good evening, and good night.